Hi everybody, welcome to Old Guy's Garage.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Old Guy's Garage. Today we're going to be swapping out the steering wheel on the 72 Cutlass. So stay tuned. We're going to be going through the process on that. Should be pretty simple. I've done it a few times on the 86, and we're just going to follow the same process that I've used on the 86 on the 72, and hope it all works out. So my wife was working on her Thunder Bucket, the 79 El Camino, and she was doing the same thing with her steering wheel. So I just grabbed her box of tools and goodies there, and hopefully they all work for what we're going to be doing here shortly. So stay tuned. Let's go ahead and hop into 72. All right, let's go ahead and hop on in here. Okay, got that nice rosewood installed. Look at that. I mean, being a woodworker, I just love it. 72 had the rosewood. So I've got a lot of old Stanley planes from like the early 1900s that have rosewood handles. So just thrilled that the 72s had rosewood. Anyhow, let's get started here. There's the steering wheel. These are at least the parts my wifey was using when she was getting into hers. So I just grabbed it, and hopefully everything we need in there is there. I think I am going to need a Phillips. But anyhow, let's get to it. Man, look at that rosewood. Let's get this hood opened up. All right, I'm going to get my little wrench here. We're going to disconnect the battery. All right, looks like I'm using a 5/16 wrench down here. Just get this battery here pulled. There we go. I'm going to leave it right there. Alrighty, got the battery disconnected. Let's reach in here and see what's going on. Okay, so this is for the horn. So what I'm going to do, to keep my tools in that tub there, I'm going to pull this off and see what we're looking at here. Alright, then we got some connectors. There we go. And I'm hoping the same connectors are on my new steering wheel. That would be fantastic. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to put this back in here. And then we're eventually going to put those screws back in and put this steering wheel back together, because I'm not going to get rid of it. There we go. Okay, I'll put the screws right there. All right. Okay, so next thing here, we've got a nut we're going to take off. And after I take that nut off, I am going to look and make sure that the steering wheel and this shaft here have an alignment groove. If not, I'm probably going to turn this and turn the wheel and make it straight. Alright, so got the keys, a full lot of them. So let's go ahead here. I'm just going to straighten the wheel out as best as I can. Oh, went back to that spot. Nope, it likes that spot, so we're just going to leave it there. Alright, okay, let's see what the wifey has in here as far as sockets go. Oh man, look at that. This is 7/8. Alright. 7/8 socket.
Put that right here. Now we're going to take the good old steering wheel puller, which is in the bottom of the pile over here. Okay, so I did have to go get some bolts. These are 5/16 thread. I got some 3-inch long ones and some 4-inch long ones. So just saving them for future reference. Also put some washers on the bottom of this. So anyhow, getting this guy ready. It definitely looked like from prior attempts, whoops, going through the ones that are straight across from each other, the slots. Definitely is going to be our best bet here. So I'm using it like this because the other side has got a curvature to it, and I don't really like that. I want to make sure that when I'm pulling, this part here is on a flat surface. Okay. And I'm also using this flat cap. There we go. Okay. This one through. And I'm getting these bolts in at least a 1/4 inch deep. So there's my crescent wrench. This is looking good. I also got some 4-inchers too, but I like how this is. I mean, these bolts, bolt heads and washers are nice on a flat surface here. So we're going to go ahead and just use this crescent wrench here. See if we can't pop this steering wheel off. Pulling. Made some progress here. And I think we got it off, boys. Okay, I'm going to gingerly run those through. So there we go. Got the old steering wheel off. I'm going to unscrew our bolts. Here, maybe this is a better view. Put some pressure on that. There we go. And just lay this down. Okay. Here is our old. I'm going to put the old steering wheel nut back on here, at least temporarily. There we go. Pardon me, pardon my big fat head here. I'm looking for my one. There we go. Put the steering wheel back together, and then the next step here, what we're going to do is get the new steering wheel prepped. We're going to pop the horn button off and get that guy on here. And see, hopefully we don't have to make any changes to the electrical connectors. So, okay, so this guy here is back together, and let's grab the new steering wheel and get that prepped.
Got this off of eBay, so I was really surprised to get it at the price I did. So it's in relatively really good shape. I think the wear and tear on it matches the vehicle. So we're not pristine, but we're pretty darn good. So anyhow, just wanted to show you a steering wheel that's going on. This was from the 442s, maybe the Supremes too, the Cutlass Supremes. So I've seen these a lot in the interiors online, but I don't know if that was an aftermarket thing like I'm doing. So I got my manual here, and steering wheel sport. It says disconnect negative battery, pull up on emblem assembly to remove, and then remove the contact assembly, attaching screws and lift contact from wheel. So it looks like the horn here, the horn button, we can just pry off. So I did have this guy here. I'm probably going to use some cardboard as well. I'm going to try pulling on him first. That way I don't have to like get in here and possibly take a risk of scratching anything. Okay, so I did pull this guy off. It took a little effort, but I got him pulled off, the horn button. So, and then that's the interior assembly here of the steering wheel. And I want to take a closer look at this to see where we have to connect the connectors for the horn to work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use my Phillips, and I'm going to remove this bracket right here. Alright, here we go. I removed the bracket. I'm still studying it, looking it over to see where I could slip those contacts on. So I did order a pin from Fusick for this steering wheel that I believe would engage the horn. So I think when we're going through this, I'm going to have to connect the battery again just to make sure that I am good to go before I put everything back together. So this is for your horn to make it work. It's got a little tab there that locks in place on the top of this guy. So very, very delicate. Don't want to pull on it too much and break it, then you're pretty screwed. Want to make sure your wires are tight, and then your steering wheel's in the proper alignment. There's definitely a line on top of there. This camera's not picking it up. There it is. So anyhow, let's get to it.
Okay, so this is the old horn button switch, depressor thingamajig, whatever you want to call it. And I bought this from Fusick like a month ago. This is what's needed for the sports steering wheel. So I'm going to figure out how to put this guy on. And my GoPro is running out of battery again, which is never a surprise. So anyhow, I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. I got this, the depressor for the sports steering wheel. I'm going to figure out, I guess, how to put that in there. But the key is, oh, geez, there goes some screws. Put those down here. What we want is this contact here hitting this guy, which is going to press in the steering wheel here to make the horn honk. So I just have to figure out what the correct sequence is. Is it spring before the plastic, or plastic and then the spring hanging off here? So
okay, so I have this thingamajob in there. Camera's not showing it too well, but no, it does have. What I did, I put the spring in first, and then that plastic notch thing is locked in, and then into the groove there, and then, God, you can barely see it, and then the plunger is right there. So we're going to move forward with this and see it happens. See it happens, because what's supposed to happen is the tab here, when you honk the horn, it's supposed to bump that. So like that. So let's see what happens.
okay, everybody, I think we're finally ready to put the steering wheel on, believe it or not. So I've got the new plunger in. This was the old one. So I'm going to set this guy aside, and let's go ahead, put the steering wheel on. Boom. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna grab our nut here. And get him put on. Okay. Steering wheel's on. We've got this guy, and this little tab here is going to go on that new depressor we just put in. Okay, and I'm actually going to make sure that it's actually working, because I might have to bend it. So I'm going to put the good old battery back in here shortly. Connect the battery. Make sure this guy all works, or else I'm gonna have to pull the steering wheel off and make sure, you know, check what's going on with that that plunger thing, with the plunger that makes everything work. Little Phillips. Okay. So the steering wheel is really on. I'm going to hop on out and reconnect the battery cable real quick. And hopefully we don't have any surprises. Let's find out. Okay, so I reconnected the battery, and the horn isn't making any noises, so that's good. I was kind of hoping it would make a noise after doing this. Still no noise. Well, let's go ahead and press the emblem on, guys. Okay, I can't get the horn to work. Well, that's a bummer. I might have to let me take this back off, take this guy back off, and what I'm going to try is bending that tab down on this plunger here, and hopefully that works. Okay, so you can see the tab here on this guy right here. I did bend him a little bit to make sure he was touching that contact. So I've seen other pictures of other guys' steering wheels. It looks like their stock contact comes out a little further. But like I said, I bought this one from Fusick. It all works, but just wanted to show you what I had to do to kind of finagle things. Well, we know it goes back together. I'm going to look at the fuse for the horn here. Okay, everybody. So, whoops, I got the horn working. Needless to say, there was a little tab I had to bend and for it to touch on the new plunger that I got. So it's all working now. So amen to that. I thought I screwed something up, you know, being on this old stuff. So anyways, I got this awesome 442 steering wheel installed, so I am really freaking stoked. I think it looks really awesome. So I've always liked these steering wheels from back in the day. So anyhow, did have to do some finagling to the piece in there, but we got it. So anyhow, stay tuned for more good stuff. And it got some news on the 86 Oldsmobile for all my G-Body friends out there. All right, I think we got her. I'm gonna keep this little thing here, put it in the video what part to get from Fusick. So anyhow, boys and girls, we did it. Hope this episode helps you guys out when you get that steering wheel you want to put on your dream ride. So got some news coming up about the 86 Old, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Got some great news I think you guys are going to want to listen to and see. So anyhow, just remember, whether it's a classic car, a muscle car, a race car, your dream car, let's keep them running, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. All right, just need to get this thing started. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Works.